He initiated creation most initially, and commenced it originally, without undergoing reflection, without making use of any experiment, without innovating any movement, and without experiencing any aspiration of mind. He allotted all things their times, put together their variations, gave them their properties, and determined their features, knowing them before creating them, realizing fully their limits and confines, and appreciating their propensities and intricacies. When the Almighty created the openings of atmosphere, expanse of firmament, and strata of winds, He flowed into it water, whose waves were stormy, and whose surges leapt one over the other. He loaded it on dashing wind, and breaking typhoons, ordered them to shed it back as rain, gave the wind control over the vigor of the rain, and acquainted it with its limitations. The wind blew under it, while water flowed furiously over it. Then the Almighty created wind, and made its movement sterile, perpetuated its position, intensified its motion, and spread it far and wide. Then He ordered the wind to raise up deep waters, and to intensify the waves of the oceans. So the wind churned it like the churning of curd, and pushed it fiercely into the firmament, throwing its front position on the rear, and the stationary on the flowing till its level was raised, and the surface was full of foam. Then the Almighty raised the foam onto the open wind, and vast firmament, and made therefrom the 7 skies, and made the lower one as a stationary surge, and the upper one as protective ceiling, and a high edifice without any pole to support it or nail to hold it together. Then He decorated them with stars, and the light of meteors, and hung in it the shining sun, and the effulgent moon under the revolving sky, moving the ceiling and rotating the firmament. The creation of the angels. Then He created the openings between high skies, and filled them with all classes of His angels. Some of them are in prostration, and do not kneel up, others in kneeling position, and do not stand up. Some of them are in array, and do not leave their position. Others are extolling God, and do not get tired. The sleep of the eye, or the slip of wit, or languor of the body, or the effect of forgetfulness, does not affect them. Among them are those who work as trusted bearers of His message, those who serve as speaking tongues for His prophets, and those who carry to and fro His orders and injunctions. Among them are the protectors of His creatures, and guards of the doors of the gardens of paradise. Among them are those also whose steps are fixed on earth, but their necks are protruding into the skies. Their limbs are stretching out on all sides. Their shoulders are in accord with the columns of the divine throne. Their eyes are downcast before it. They have spread down their wings under it, and they have rendered between themselves and all else curtains of honor and screens of power. They do not think of their Creator as an image, do not impute to Him attributes of the created, do not confine Him within abodes, and do not point to Him with illustrations.